there's a couple of factors that affect the amount of crying that a baby does during sleep coaching. The first one is age, okay, which makes sense. So, the older the child, the more capable they are of sort of fighting the new plan, and the more likely they are to cry more. And of course, have words if they're older children. The other one is how inconsistent you've been as a parent. So if you've tried to sleep coach your child multiple times and you've been sort of all over the place in your approach, you're going to see more crying. That just naturally happens because it's like your child saying, oh my gosh, what are we doing now? And how do we go back to that other thing we used to do? And so you'll see more crying. I actually call it shrieking. They tend to shriek when a parent has been really inconsistent, which again happens when we're tired and desperate. The third thing that I find affects crying is temperament. So, which makes sense, right? So there's just some kids who just kind of dig their feet in. I call them alert children. They tend to be linked to slightly higher IQ. They tend to reach physical milestones earlier, and they tend to have trouble shutting the world out in order to go to sleep. Not because they don't need more sleep, but they just have a harder time going to sleep. And they tend to know what they want, when they want it, and they're willing to hold out until they get it. So those are kids where you have to be on your toes as a parent and really consistent once you get started. And then I find that they're great sleepers. You just have to get through that initial really tough spot. So those are what affects crying.